Welcome back to Joshua Talks. Now, to those of you, my friends in South Africa, this video I'm going to show to you right now is a video that when I saw it, I couldn't overlook it. And if this is happening in South Africa, then I wonder why you said you don't want some of us to talk about South Africa. Are you saying we should see these kind of things and take our eyes away and pretend like we do not know that something serious is going on in South Africa? Are you saying that we should pretend like this is actually an illegal immigration issue in South Africa? If you are saying that we should mind our country's problem, we do. A lot of us are also still talking about our country's problem, trying to resolve and trying to contribute to how there's resolution in our country's problem. Go through my page. You will see me talk about other countries, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya sometimes, and so on and so forth. Now, are you saying a thing as big as this will be going on in South Africa, or we'll just keep our mouth shut and keep quiet and behave like we don't know anything is going on? How do you call this? Is this even xenophobia or a hell in South Africa? Now, I begin to look at it because I was talking and I keep talking. When the white South Africans are not talking and they're not saying anything, are you saying, isn't that, I'm beginning to think that they're actually trying to express a point. Because it's like if you black South Africans sold a lie to us, allegedly, take it from me the way I'm saying it. I'm just thinking aloud now. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking aloud that if what you are doing now is what you are, because what you are doing now is not different from what happened during the Apartheid, would I be wrong if I say that you actually made the white South African, in the name of apartheid, look like the problem in South Africa, as against making it look like you, the black South Africans, are actually the problems? Because we are beginning to see that there's a lot of bitterness, a lot of jealousy, and a lot of disagreement between the various tribes in South Africa. And this disagreement could lead to you find yourself in trying to settle your scores. Because if you could go out and be saying that because a 19-year-old boy cannot speak Zulu and his tongue, the language on his tongue, his understanding of Zulu is not sufficient enough for your liking, and therefore you bite him, stabbing him, then I begin to wonder what actually was happening in those days of apartheid. If some of you can go and burn yourselves' houses and then shoot at yourselves over disagreements, over bitterness, are we not seeing the actual apartheid going on right now in the name of xenophobia? And you've made us believe that the white South Africans were the one that actually created problem at that time because of governance. They didn't let you get your jobs. They didn't let you get everything that you're supposed to get. They are making you slaves in that country. Now the white South Africans took their own self and stayed apart from you. And what you're even expecting them to do, they refused. I see a video where some of them are saying that the whites in the country, whether they're South African or not, they see them as their brothers, their kinsmen, probably from Europe or so on and so forth. And so they cannot go and start fighting against them. Whereas their saying to you that you, the blacks, are now fighting against your own kinsmen over what you have not been able to establish to be true. Because government officials say that it is not the jobs you are looking for. Malema even said you are unskilled. Julius Malema said you are unskilled. The jobs you say you don't have are not jobs you can do. And it is not the jobs, and so many of you will learn, allegedly, you don't like to go to school and read. And that is why many of you are not getting the kind of jobs, because you want to work without getting trained for it. And now you are beginning to make it look like if was apartheid a fraud? Was apartheid actually a fraud? Because for me, I would want to think that apartheid was a fraud. Look at this video.
A very bad afternoon, South Africa. My name is Sakana Mkari, a PYP Brand South Africa ambassador. I am very saddened this afternoon about this young man who was killed in Mossel Bay, all because he couldn't speak Tsonga or Xhosa. This match and match thing is becoming an enemy to a lot of us. We have our families that are studying in different places that can speak Xhosa or Zulu. It cannot be correct that people get killed because they cannot speak Zulu or Xhosa. This nonsense must stop. We are not going to allow it. Tsonga people, I urge you to take action. I am one of the people that is not going to agree to this nonsense.
What Match and Match is not going to do is to try to remove themselves from the death of Nhlamulo, a 19-year-old Tsonga boy who was murdered. They are not going to remove themselves because they are the influencers of this whole thing. They cannot now act like it's not because of people like them that this took place. They must be responsible. They are the ones responsible for the poor boy's death. They are responsible. Finish and Clara said.
My heart is literally racing. Exactly a minute after I uploaded a video about the marginalization of Tsonga and Venda people, I come across this post. For those of you who cannot read or understand Tsonga, let me translate this horrendous post to you. A young Tsonga lady made a post on Facebook stating that her brother was unfairly targeted during a March and March protest in Eastern Cape, where he was fatally stabbed, which led to his death simply because he is Tsonga. The victim was a 19-year-old Tsonga boy from Limpopo who was unfairly targeted. Due to his darker complexion, he was confused for a foreigner and then stabbed to death. If nothing is done now, let me tell you something. This thing isn't going to be just about foreigners. This is going to be a war amongst ourselves. I am currently livid to hear of such news. And even if this child were a foreigner, why are people from March and March stabbing people? Why are they stabbing them? Why are they killing them? Is this what March and March is? The people who are doing this are taking away from the real cause of this whole movement. Because if things are like this now, everything that we are currently fighting for in this country will go down the drain. You guys are starting a fire which I feel unfortunately cannot be put out. To Miss Jacinta Zuma, I think this is my second video that I'm making, tagging you. Please pick on this before it becomes a wider issue than it already is. Limpopo people, Tsonga people, Venda people, we are scared and we fear for our safety during this protest. What will be done to ensure our safety? This is not what we believe March and March is about. Why are the people of South Africa being harmed during this whole thing? Why are we dying? I am someone who stands for the cause of March and March in terms of illegal immigration. However, I cannot stand for the victimization of my people. What will be done to ensure our safety during this whole protest? Let's speak on this before it becomes a wider, bigger issue which we all cannot contain. Justice for Nhlamulo, justice for this young Limpopo boy, for this young South African boy. This is not a time to turn a blind eye. We need to do something before it becomes bigger than what it is.
They just chased us away like a dog.
Xenophobia must stop. We are all Africans.
Why are you crying? It put me in disgrace.
It's better to go home without anything than to lose our life.
They just chased us away, so like a dog. Actually, I'm a human being.
Malawians, Zimbabweans, Zambians, Congos, yeah, so many of them fled. Others, they are still there living, but they are looking inside their houses.
We're going to be open until this is resolved. We will not put somebody out. We want this space to be available for anybody who comes in. As I say, there's still more people arriving, so we don't know how many we're going to end up here, but we will be open.
Remember, hereafter, if police action follow, you cannot claim that you have not been warned. We have refugee, refugee, refugee,
We are tired. We are African, African problem. We are making it
Don't call me like this, sir.